Hi everyone, today I will talk about Replanet, Mission Possible. Replanet is a cooperative game in which players have to take the role of the majors, world leaders, and working together they try to bring the mission level to 0. So what you will find in the box? You will find the rules, of course, then the players cards that has many information for the setup of the game, such as the well-being of the territory, the number of element market you have to solve, and the number of communities. You will find the territory. The territory are the mountains of thirst, the great smog, the island of water, and the valley of silence. Each territory has many squares in which you will place your element market, the element market you have to solve, and also a different number of natural elements that are the square in which you can trade with other players. Finally, there is these well-being tables. The first row is where you put the marker as the number of the element market you have in the territory, and the other two rows are for different stages in which the community are being put. So, for example, if the territory has 10 elements and 4 communities, 2 communities of this territory will be in crisis, while 2 will be fine. In any situation where the 6 or more communities are in crisis, the game will end. Then also we have turn table that has many information in it, such as the number of cards and action that every player can play in his own turn, the turns that can be played, which are just 7, and that goes from 2022 to 2050. In this other row, you will see which territory will receive a community. These represent the growth of the population and also the migratory community that are coming with the climate change. These other 2 rows represent the market element that you've been able to solve. We will start with 16 and we have to arrive to 0. At every turn we will draw 3 cards from the goal deck and we will find out if we met the goal or not. This is also, as I told you before, representative. If the community in crisis are 6 or more, the game stops. And then a place to put that discarded cards to help you count if the element you solved are right or not, just to simplify the calculation. Also, in the game you will find some solution cards. These solution cards represent projects that are meant to draw down the emission or support nature and communities. So they have 5 different colors that represent the sector in which they will play a role. But as I told you before, nature and community has to be supported at the same time. So you will have solutions for the sector and also solutions that are different, such as helping the tropical forests, for example. And this is the color for electricity production. These are the market elements. At the beginning of the game, they will be put in the territory from the colored side, and when the player is able to solve them, they will be turned in the white side. So they represent the sector of the territory that is polluted and has to be solved. So the yellow one, electricity production. The green one is for food and agriculture. The blue one is for manufacturing. And the pink and the orange one are for transportation and construction. Now I will show you the goal deck. As I told you before, these cards are meant to make us understand if we pass the turn or not. In every card there is a number and we have to draw 3 cards to see if we arrange our goal. Finally, there are the side effect cards. These are the cards that we draw when the goals are not met. There are many different adverse effect cards. Finally, there are many tokens and markers. For example, the player's token, of course, and these are the community tokens, that they have two sides to make you understand in which time it is in crisis or not. Now I will set up the game so you will have a view of how to play. Okay, now that the game is set up, let's have a look of the table. We see that every territory has its own difference. For example, the island of water have a small number of market elements, while the Great Smog has a lot of them. The island of water has 5 communities, while the Great Smog has just 2 of them. The table of well-being is marked in the 10 points that represent the 10 market elements. That means that 2 of the communities of the island of water are in crisis, while the 2 communities of the Great Smog are fine. We start with 4 communities in crisis, and we can see it from the turn table here, and this is what we can see at the beginning of the game. We start with a diplomacy phase, in which every player has to discuss about how he wants to move and which kind of action he would like to make in his own turn. The first player is the Great Smog, and then we go clockwise. The action every player can do are 4 different actions. Of course, they can move, they can solve, add, or take off a market element if they have a card of the same color and they are positioned in the same square. They can trade with other players the cards, but for do this they have to be on the same element of the other player. Last but not least, they can discard all their cards and take another hand of cards of the same number of the card they are discarded. So, since they all can see each other cards, at the beginning of the game, in the diplomacy phase, they can share their strategy, and they can decide which will be the action they will do in their turn. Now I briefly show you, for example, for the Great Smog, what he can do. So he has a lot of blue cards that refer to manufacturing, one that is for electricity production and transport. Near to him we have some market element of manufacturing, one is for the electricity production, so maybe he can use one of his actions to move, 3 of his actions to solve all of the market elements in the square, put them in the solved market element, and move the tracker in the decreased number of 3 points, because he solved 3 different elements. Now, he have made just 1 action, that is move, 3 action, that is solve, so he makes just 1 action. He could move to the other square, so that in the next turn he will be able to solve many other market elements. Now I pause and I will end the turn, go from a turn to the other. Now we are at the end of the turn. As we see, many element markets are being solved, and some element markets are also being added. In sum up, 10 elements are being solved and just 1 is being upped. So our element solved is in the 15th position. If every player has made his own action, we are at the point in which we have to draw 3 goals cards. This card will say if our goals are being met. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. So we did a good work together, and we will go to the next turn. Every player has to draw the difference between the card he has in his own hand to the maximum that is written in the turntable, and the game will start from the beginning of the phases. If for any reason that the goal is not met, and for that the goal marker is ahead the solve elements market, Every player has to draw a side effect in his own hand. That will be, we will have an effect on the next turn. Now I explain you how it works for the victory and for the lose of the game. And now what happened? We are at the end of the game. We laugh a lot, we have a lot of trouble, but most of all, we were able to solve every element market we had on our territory. This mean that we were able to win. But which are the situation in which the players lost the game? If every market element is being set on the territory, so the element marker are end. If 6 or more communities are in crisis, or if we arrive to the last turn, there are still some elements to be solved. This was a super fast video to explain you how to play Replanet. If you like to have some more info, I will put the PDF with the rules and the mechanics and component in the info down below. And I'm waiting for you on the Tabletopia website to play together with the Replanet. Have fun with Replanet Mission Possible. Bye!